It's the Caitlin MTGO Show.
I guess I'll grab Animate Dead, huh? Could steal the opponent's things with that. And then is Maulock the name of the other one? That's not the name. Oh, it is the name. I think Maulock super performs well. I've got it in my my personal Cuban paper. I've liked it. Solid card. Exiles things. Really nice mana sink. Draws a card. And then I think the 4-1 that like exiles graveyards to make a bunch of 1/1s or whatever. I'm spacing on the name of it. The 4-drop artifact card. I think that could be interesting. But I'm less confident about it. Oh, Baleful Strix is a perfect Shinobi card, huh? The Imditrock would be as well, but Strix is just like value and letting you get that evasion, right? That evasion hit in. Maybe we'll get the Wheel to him too with Entomb in the pack. Hey, DK Elite, 6 out of 27 months there. Appreciate it. Ophiomancer is another good, like, pseudo-evasion, but I kind of want Shorkai. I've been so impressed with that card. You just, like, don't flood ever when you play it. I think Ophiomancer is a little bit more on Stip, but the Shorkai would be really good. Entomb, though? Yeah, but we're doing a Stip friend. The Stip is Fallen Shinobi. We're going to draft the best Fallen Shinobi deck we can. Not the best, whatever deck you would like to play. True Name is some pretty good evasion, huh? Just actual, cannot block this. Faithless Looting, Shorkai? No. It's a Charted Course, right? Draw 2, discard 1. So much better than Faithless Looting. Actual draw engine. I mean, a flipped Tibalt. A flipped Tibalt kind of is a Fallen Shinobi, right? Like pulling cards off the top of the deck. I think it's hard to argue against that one. Coalition Relic here, maybe. Bulky does have Shinobi energy, yeah. Yeah, Canoptic was the other one I was thinking of. I'm spelling it wrong. Yeah, this fucking card. Wait, I don't think this is what I meant. Is this some other one? Oh, here we are. 4 mana for 1/1 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. For each artifact or land card exiled this way, get a 1/1 colorless insect with float flying. That could be like a lot of Thopters, right? Necromancy's cute. I like their time. Cut blue-black specifically, right? I do draft as though I'm going to get Shinobi, correct? We have some considerations for, like, you know, having the deck function, even if we don't get the card that we named. I can act like a deck that would have that card, even if we don't have it, right? Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Postman, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 3 months. Cube. Hey, Beadle, thanks for 58 months. Should I have taken Rona for the flip side? The flip side on Rona doesn't trigger very often. Not much different than just a 5/5 Trampler. Bring to Light Valkyrie. Yeah, I think I'd rather splash red for Tibalt than trying to fit in Bring to Light stuff. That's just me, though. Cute Roro. I did not know that. Oh, wow, the Shorkai wheel. All right, I'm on board. 1 second. Oh, my God. 5-second rule on this fork, I did just sweep the other day. Yeah, I don't see any hairs or anything. Yogg plays pretty well with Ophiomancer. I think I dig this blue to Delta, huh? Get some actual blue-black fixing up in this. I think Inquisition might be more important than Demonic Tutor, weirdly. me think about it for a sec, though. Demonic Tutor's pretty good. Right now, we just really need ways to, like, not die early on, and Demonic Tutor doesn't really help me with that. I think we'll be good once we live to a certain point. I don't hate any of these spells. I'm just going to take Xander's Lounge, though. Nice blue-black duel for the Delta to grab. Are there builds or classes I recommend for the first time Baldur's Gate 3 players? The amount of customization in Baldur's Gate 3 means that you can kind of get away with anything and like respec party members and stuff for your class comp. If you don't have a ton of experience with D&D and stuff, then just starting out, you might be better off playing like something like a fighter, someone that can live in combat a bit longer. I had a lot of fun playing Druid, but one downside to Druid, and Druid can shapeshift and like tank combat and stuff, and that's like kind of pleasant for a first time playthrough. But one issue with Druid, oh, interesting. I guess I'll grab Solitude. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the issue with Druid. The issue with Druid is that you're in animal form in combat a lot, if that's the sort of Druid you're going to play. And a lot of combat has like cutscenes, like talking cutscenes afterwards. And so a lot of the time, you won't actually be doing the character like talking to NPC cutscenes at the end, because you'll be in animal form, and so it'll switch down to the next person or something. Which I could imagine being frustrating for a lot of folks, huh? It worked pretty well for me, but I could definitely see it being frustrating. I really like that Fire Covenant card, but I'm just going to take the Watery Grave. To another Triland. The Leyland Binding is kind of good, right? We have 2 Trilands already. I almost like the Trop just for the binding. Oh shit, what up? Hey, turn 1 Tybalt, thanks for the resub, thanks for the 5 months. 52 months, 1 week for every time I've subbed. I've seen you draft Baleful Strikes. That could be a lot of times. My favorite cube type card that isn't very good. Yours is Smokestack. I think Smokestack can be quite good. Very underappreciated card. The issue people have a lot with Smokestack is they pair it with very slow like token production, like Bitter Blossom or whatever. And Smokestack's already slow, and it already has broken symmetry just by making the opponent sacrifice first. So really, the decks that you should want Smokestack in, if you want it to be actively good, are the super fast decks, right? Playing like Mana Crypt and Workshops and that sort of thing. Which can be counterintuitive to people, so it usually ends up looking a lot worse than it is. It goes later than it should, that sort of thing. Nice. That's such a late Fire Covenant. But my win rate with Smokestack was kind of absurd when it was in the cube. Well, we have accidentally gotten ourselves a pretty zesty Skull Clamp deck. I like the Rafine's Tower, too. Might wheel one of the duels, huh? Because they're both blue-black. The One Ring. The One Ring is very expensive and deals you a lot of damage. I like One Ring in cube, but I like it in decks that can... So, like just what I was talking about with Smokestack, right? Playing it on turn 4, you almost have to have an empty board or something. And, like, a stabilized life total before you even play it. This isn't even a deck that can get rid of it very easily. It's not the same card as with, like, in Constructed, where you can play 4 One Rings. And so your answer for One Ring is to just play another one. Not the same shit. And the better your deck is at, like, fucking killing the person, your opponent, immediately, the better One Ring is, right? If you're playing, like, a sneak attack deck, the One Ring can just, like, draw you into the combo, and you're like, alright, you're dead. That's not gonna happen here. Like we draw into the wind, and we have to, like, spend, like, 6 turns attacking or something. Very different stuff. Still no Shinobi. Unfortunate. The Flooded Strand's a good pickup, though. Yeah, people get tripped up. People, like, see a card, and they, like, associate it with, like, seeing it be fucked up and constructed. without realizing the different deck building constraints, right? Without realizing that some cards are more build around than they are. There's a reason nobody plays like one ring in Constructed, right? I saw Bosch and Roll, one of the best Legacy players out there, suggested as like a possible pack one, pick one, like overall best card. And he was just like naming suggestions, right? But he suggested it for Chaos Draft. And then that seemed really off to me. Like, I think I'd rather have Library of Alexandria if I really wanted to draw a spell. But I don't think you'd want to draw a spell anyway. So many of your cards in Chaos Draft are just not that good. And a random bomb, like an equipment can just body somebody all by itself, all by its own. Excuse me. Most of my memory of Chaos is losing to your opponent's like one Planeswalker or like a Sword of Fire and Ice on something, and you're like, yep, I'm dead. So like Umezawa's is probably just like the actual best pack one, pick one there. Still no Shinobi. Our mana is gorgeous. We do need a few more playables, but I'm gonna keep taking mana here. As tempting as that duress is. There's a Tundra here. I think I really do need more playables though. I'm gonna grab the Emperor. Looking at Preordain and Godless Shrine. We already have Scrubland. Let's take the Preordain. Kaido's like Shinobi-ish, huh? Is this it, or is there one more pack, one more chance here? Yeah, that was it. Damn. We did wheel Tar Pit. I might like Dreams, just like have another card where I'm not dying on turn one. Yeah, we have a few other comes into play tap lands already too. I don't really like the Talisman because our like critical mass is on 3, not 4. I'm gonna take a Kozilek as a board in versus Brain Freeze decks. I really like Otawara, but I am considering the Curtains. Sometimes just having anything at all early on is pretty nice. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah, that Dam's a great pickup. I can see playing this Reclamation. Have I played Storm this go around? I don't know. I don't remember. Well, I think it certainly looks like a Shinobi deck. Even if we didn't get a Shinobi specifically. Maybe we could animate dead our opponents some. Animate dead seems pretty sweet with the Solitude. I might cut True Name because of the double bloom. Maybe Your Time. Nice versatile card, but we gotta cut something. I'm supposed to cut the Curtains. Could board it in versus aggro when I need to know for. Relics Fixing, it's also ramping me into Valky, huh? Valky's worth ramping towards. I don't think it's a crazy cut in the Coalition Relic because our mana is so good. But I think I do like it here. There's a few lands here I'm not certain about. Blackleaf Cliffs, like I don't think we need that much red, right? Yeah, we have 7 red sources without the cliffs. Oh, shut up. Hey, Methodical Monk thinks the sod thinks of 4 months. Seven blue sources. It was actually about right, huh? How are we doing for black? $11 black sources. That's kind of sick. We could play like a Swamp, but I might not play any. Let's see, we did red. Did we do white? We did red, blue. I think we haven't done white yet. 7. I would like a little bit more than that because the Wandering Emperor, like, we have some doubles. Maybe it should cut the relic. Playing bulky as a 5-drop could be sweet though. Yeah, relic has synergy with Duretti. Curtain says synergy with Yawgmoth. I think 12 black sources is enough. Oh my god, I have another. How many blue was this again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 13 black seems like too many, but 9 blue also feels like too many, We had 7 red for 2 red cards. This is the hardest. I don't know if I've had my mana be this good before. For a 4-color deck. Those tri-lands really count. Triple fetch there. A 7 mana side's like kind of busted by comparison. There's some differences. There's like, so like if you're facing like an Uro deck, then hitting an Uro and flipping it is like fucking amazing. But I like to like know that my opponent's doing that kind of thing before I fire it off on Tomb. Oh yeah, Shortkai's a sleeper. Pretty happy getting rid of that turtle. A little surprised they're not playing Hanger back out. Loading up this year board here. Bats can be real pleasant, Tom. After a long day. I dig them. Could fetch here and Reclamation mag the fetch. Set up for a Solitude hardcast. I think I dig that. Yeah, could use a Skull Clamp, huh? Or Yogg. Or the Shinobi we never got. I'm surprised they didn't double activate the Hanger back. So they could have untapped it with the key. This one was my favorite anime for a long time. Satoshi Kon. Yeah, this is from Paprika, but I was more talking about Paranoia Agent. And then we'd like to save this last fetch. I was gonna say for Brainstorm, but maybe not, Do we let them untap with Walking Ballista? I think it's actually probably fine. We did not get the Shinobi. 7 damage feels like a lot. With this Bitter Blossom working on me. We knew the Skull Clamp was there from our scry with Preordain. But I agree, it is a draw. What if I just leave that? What if I just leave this thing? Oh, the Manifold Key can make it unblockable. Maybe I want them to invest their mana doing that, though. Hell yeah, Burgundy. I hope it's tasty. And this might be a bit on the iffy side. Paying for there. They still have this Walking Ballista, so they can like block the Solitude or block ping or double ping it or something, whatever. So we're gonna have to draw some cards here. Oh, they're just straight up killing Solitude now. Deal. Cards, please. Oh, maybe I should be equipping the Ophiumancer to serve in. Just get an extra damage in this turn. The uptick, interesting. Oh, that's interesting, huh? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Solitude my Shorokai and gain some life. Oh, I could have cleared the car in this turn, huh? I don't know if there's a line to clear the Karn and do what I wanted with the Solitude, though. Black and white are underrated. Yeah, I mean we have a few other things going on here, but I agree. Oh, good call. Yeah, if I equipped the curtains with the clamp, then I wouldn't have had to crew with my snake token. I could have cleared the card. Good call. We have so many cards. Only 8 left in our library, though. Quip could be on the Solitude, but I don't think it really matters at this point. I just pass. Yeah, it's your turn. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Booty Scollins. Thanks for the sob. Thanks for sharing the Prime. What a tasty username. That game kind of made me want to ever tie in. Maybe over curtains. We don't really need an early blocker. God, we had so many fucking cards. The mana's really good here. I think most of our draws are going to have good mana, though. Bummer. I was looking for a hand that could do something before turn 4, but... Prayers answered, Lingering Souls. Yeah, sort of. I mean, the opener had 3 drops. I wanted to, like, disrupt on turn 1 or 2 or whatever. That Academy's kind of popping off, a little troubling. Need a white Triome here, sure. Tempting to just like Binding an Everflowing Chalice and shrink the Academy. Hitting the cards that are ramping into, also pretty reasonable too. Except for that one. That one's fucking impossible. If the Binding could actually be a 1-mana card, I think I just lose. I think I just lose that. Kappa Cannoneer. Ward 4 is kind of a lot. Maybe if they have like a unusually slow draw here. Maybe I can go Wandering Emperor on their turn and then untap and downtick Wandering Emperor. And pay the Ward 4. Okay. I mean, the Fire Covenant can clean up Mentor tokens, potentially. Yeah, the Mana Vault and Manifold Key is pretty good. And the Turtle again has Ward 4, so... Very hard card to deal with, Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Borosit, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 49 months there. One the untapped turtle. Oh, to break the Wandering Emperor. I don't know. That would have been a good line. Easy one to miss, huh? Usually you're not untapping with Manifold Key to fizzle a Wandering Emperor. Cool line, Timmy. Hey, Merry Winter. MTGO fetch, thanks for the 69 months. Nice. They didn't make their own Monk unblockable. I wonder if I can Shurikai here instead of Fire Covenant the token. Wow, did Merry Winter just get outed? Shurikai does not have evasion, just a big old chunky 8/8. And it really loves upticking that kind. Might as well check if the coast is clear. It is not. To crew the Shurikai and go for the kill here. Yeah, one of my all-time favorites, Ratifius. I need to give it a rewatch. Scooped up the Steelbook kind of recently. Girls Bravo for the social commentary. What kind of social commentary does Girls Bravo have? Fan service trash? Oh no. Well, one person's trash can also be their treasure. I think I might be running out the Valky here. Interesting. They currently have no red sources. I don't think I care about this Hellrider currently. We can flip Concealing to get either the 4th or the Elspeth. Currently, the Elspeth looks a little scary to me, but 4th does just win out of nowhere sometimes. Let's take the 4th. Fuck that card. I think Solitude plus Animate Dead might give us like more pressure for a potential Elspeth than it looks on the surface. Not sure what the overblock there was trying to accomplish. Wow. Do you want to let them get their Blade Splicer back? I feel like no. I feel like I do not want that. Hell yeah. Can we talk about how good Concealed Curtains was that game? Like, breaking their 3-1s, that's exactly why I wanted the Concealed Curtains in here. Just to, like, not die if my opponent's playing 2-mana 3-1s. Like, Bitter Blossom doesn't stop you from dying, and that Curtains did. I like that, like, you all remember when we saw the Solitude, too? Like, we had, like, no white cards in the deck, and I was like, we can do it. We can make it happen. Hugely important in that game, right? Hopefully it showed, like, why I consider Solitude to be, like, one of the actual best cards in the cube. Efficient removal is so good. It's so important. This hand's probably too slow. It's probably too slow and bad on the draw. No 1-drop. That's a good sign. Oh, this hand just got a lot better. I kept it because Lingering Souls plus Yogg could be good, but we definitely needed to draw something. Solitude's a really good start here. No 2-drops. God, that's so good for me. Or elementals creatures? You better believe they are. This is like kind of a delightful turn 3 play for them, huh? A card that gets bricked by our Lingering Souls. Really curious what their hand looks like. They've just not been spitting out the pressure. Maybe they have 4th over there, and I'm just going to die to a big 4th here. I can see that happening. Every turn they don't 4th me is a good turn. I wonder what they're splashing blue for. I don't leave both spirits up. Well, they already played the remand. Yeah, very tempting to take the Hellrider. But I think that's going to be my Solitude target. Let me try tapping that right, huh? The soundtrack for this show really made me fall in love with it. Should I curtains the shield breaker so I can't just, like, Freelo clean the Baleful. Maybe just can't bring in them into the fourth. Oh yeah, Jess Graham. Did you watch the movie? I was really excited about the film, and then it just took way too long, and I didn't care by the time it came back out. Wondering if that was a me thing. Yeah, it had like a Netflix release. Running out to ready here is fine. I think holding up Baleful is also fine. Well, we found out the Blue Splash, huh? Found out this here Blue Splash business. Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black was definitely a better show, but I didn't like the soundtrack nearly as much. We can keep pace with the wedding announcement. Fuck yes. What banger music? Yeah. I was super sick for like a week, and I watched so much fucking One Piece. And this was my favorite intro. Or like the noises during the hook. Not bad, not a bad council's judgment. One Piece is like 12 good shows and one bad one. I would say it's like more like 7-4, or maybe even 6-5. The beginning of One Piece never got you into the show? Yeah. I mean, I watched the live action. And then when I watched the anime, I completely skipped the first, like, however many episodes that the live action covers. And naturally, when I admitted to this online, I had some nerds who were like, "Oh, you can't do that." I'm like, yeah, I can. Did. Was glad I did. Would do it again. No, there was still like over half the first season Hawkwind. It was like somewhere between 20 and 40 episodes or whatever. Yeah, I'm attacking here because I'm like terrified of them top decking fourth. I think I lose the turn that they do that. So I'm trying to actually apply pressure here. We'll see if that works out for me or not. This is from Creepy Nuts. Yeah. Yeah, like that, huh? Life to boom. We listened to this one earlier, but that's fine. Well, that's fucking interesting, huh? One monarchy. And I'm a little bit worried about decking here. But I didn't literally die to the 4th, so that's nice. That's better than I thought we'd be. Double shame. Absolutely. So next turn we do have lethal. Assuming they don't draw a good one here. Hey, Lord of Depression thinks the Sob thinks the 58 months. Yeah, because we can activate the Shorokai. And then the Shorokai 1/1 taps for 3. And the Steros taps for 4. And it's ready upticks. And then you have the 8 there to crew the Shorokai. So we activate the Shorokai on their end of turn. Go down to 4 cards. Draw. Go down to 3 cards. But then we get to crew and attack for 8 exactly. God, I thought I was so in the mood for. Sure. You can shock here, and then you can brainstorm a response to discard. Most of your opponents don't have discard, though. Most of your opponents, your life total does matter, so. Ah, shit. Maybe I don't Bitter Blossom. Maybe I don't even play it. And then we can fetch the Jeskai Triome and have Fire Covenant and White Mana. Maybe I'm just supposed to Souls or Ophiomancer. Right, AOLO? That's what I was thinking. The Lingering Souls looks so much better than Bitter Blossom here. And like a lot of my cards look better than Bitter Blossom here. I might have even had to like shock myself, and then like I couldn't have gotten a Triome, and the mana's all worse. And I'm really glad I didn't put the Bitter Blossom on too. You're brainstorming post shuffle instead of pre shuffle. It just feels miserable by comparison. Land. Yeah, I got you. This feels good. It does. Yeah, I keep them from clamping this turn. If we get Yawgmoth down, we can just like keep Bitter Blossom clamp off entirely by sacking the snake to kill the 1/1 before. What does this cost? This costs 2, right? So we can binding and curtains here. I think that's fine. I think I want to binding the Skull Clamp, not the Bitter Blossom. I think the Skull Clamp's actually more troublesome currently with us having Lingering Souls and Yawgmoth and stuff in hand. No Thieving Skydiver, no. We almost took a DAC. Oh wow, they were missing a color. Critten's targets, I think. Yeah. What are I supposed to get Lingering Souls rolling? Oh, they didn't draw for 1 ring. Interesting. But now they're drawing before they would take damage? Alright. Yeah, we had a Black Source. This Yawgmoth can keep pairing with that 1 ring, cards-wise. Curtains down. And what I did on Sir Ginger is kind of funny. Because we gain haste from their Chandra. Deck really doesn't want to give me that 4th mana source, huh? If you animate the battery and equip it. Well, auras can't equip equipment. So the aura would fall off, and then it would trigger, and the rabbit battery would get sacrificed. I think I'm not some kind of rules head. Starting to want a white source now, huh? For damn. Answer this annoying board. Oh, damn, we get that Voxy raid. Welcome, Voxy Raiders. Voxers, little shit. Whatever it is Voxy's calling y'all right now. Hope Voxy had a good stream. For anyone that that's following me, that's watching me right now, that isn't following Voxy, you're fucking up. You should be. Voxy's goddamn hilarious. And she swears even more than I do. Her Twitter's great, too. Piss babies. Piss babies. My apologies. I did not mean to offend the piss babies. Voxy just got engaged? Really? Hell yeah. Congrats to Voxy. Engaged in Baldur's Gate. Couldn't they have overloaded this for the win here? Where's that white source I needed? Oh, I guess the winds is the white source that I needed, Triple planes to overlay. You only need 2 white sources to overload. It kind of looks like they did have that. Oh yeah, anti-decaf? Maybe at some point, yeah. Sweden 7 going down to 3. I hope they don't have a lightning bolt for me. Some lightning bolt-esque effect. Oh shit, this was bad. This serve here. I think what I was supposed to do was dam, and then animate Dead the Lalia. I couldn't get the gut, though. The gut would be even better. Maybe next turn. Yeah, this turn we'll just dam and play out the Baleful Strix like I intended. And then next turn we'll have the animate Dead damage lines in mind. I feel like people are not sleeping on gut anymore. In the first season, it was around. It like wheeled every single time, and I almost never see it wheel anymore. I think people have figured it out. What is this Zap game? This is Magic Online. Solitude would be a sweet rip here. Whatever they're doing, it looks expensive. 6 mana. At least they're gonna triple Ballista ping me. No, they're gonna Luris. Back Rabbit Battery. That'll get it done. GG. Yeah, I thought it was an aggressive Pyrokinesis on our Strix. If they didn't have lethal there. They did have lethal. The double red on Fireball is weird. But it does seem really good against them, If and I can land it. Yeah, the game just took us way too long to actually get our 4th mana. Really hurt. It was looking good for a while, I thought. Even when they were one-ringing. You want to get the Bitter Blossom out of your deck? What are you going to play then? True Name? I suppose. Bring in the Black Cleave. I'm into that. I'll buy that reasoning. Go from 7 red sources to 8. So who did Voxy get engaged to? I only had like 1 romance go into the actual end game. My couple runs. Lae'zel, love it. In my first run, I was like really off-put by Lae'zel's starting story, which I mean you're supposed to be, right? A lot of the characters need room for development. So she died, and I just kind of like let her stay dead. But then my second run, I wanted to emphasize the characters that weren't a part of my first run at all. So I went deep on her storyline, and I was really glad I did. Really cool character overall. Full Tentacle? Oh, I always go Full Tentacle. Every chance. Pallylock? Yeah, I did that. I didn't do that with her. Who did I Pallylock? Oh, the Drow. I Pallylocked the Drow. Show me what you got. Oh, wow. We just get to take this Laris. I am into it. Try Leyline binding that Bitter Blossom. I was thinking about killing these critters and getting in for 3, but then they Pyrokinesis my board, and I still have to deal with the Bitter Blossom. Yeah, I think Animate Dead on the Ophiumancer is still going to be good. I'll be taking that. Yeah, I was going to Fire Covenant to board this turn, and I was like, wait a minute. I can get that Pyrokinesis out of their hand before they even get to cast it. That's kind of nice, right? It's got to be kind of nice. I think Hasters like Lelia and Gut are better to play around than Mana Tithe. Because we haven't seen Mana Tithe out of them, and we have seen that other stuff. Wins, sure. Only 2 basics to grab. Now I just need Yogg or a Clamp or something. Something that lets me convert these 1/1s into value. I guess I'm fetching. Thinning's gotta be real, right? I think I'm gonna leave the other Triome in the deck so I can cycle it if I find it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lands left. Hell yeah. Kind of forgot that one was in the deck. We did not get Shinobi. No, no, no. Shinobi would be sweet in this fucking deck, though, huh? And we did get to sort of Shinobi somebody with Tibalt. I was planning on down taking to make it 2/2 to trade, but I'll lose life from that. I guess I'll -2, even though I'm not going to be able to gain 2 life. That card seems fucking nuts here, huh? Their creature does have menace. Nice. To game 3 we go. Haste up Vale. Well, that game played well, right? We haven't really seen Solitude against them either. I think that's going to be a good one. This is the finals, game 3 of the finals. We've been placing like a lot of aggro decks too. I think our worst actual matchup would be like a combo deck. Like maybe a high tide draw 7 type deck. Because we're just not applying that fast of pressure and we don't have that much disruption, right? Very little in the way of counters. A lot of creature removal that just doesn't do anything against spell-based combo. And aggro's not fun. Like, we would like to get into like a mid-range sludge fest, right? Ideally, and just let like our card advantage engines overwhelm people, just like draw all the cards, right? Or cards like Fire Covenant and Yogg are good against aggro, but it can be dicey with the old life total. I cut the Duretti for the Delayed Blast Fireball for this matchup. Great got him. Delayed Blast Fireball plays really well against their threats. Like, they're a Bitter Blossom deck, and they have a bunch of like 3-mana 2/2s that are very aggressive. So Instant Speed Pyroclasm seemed exceptionally strong. Yeah, the Fireball came in against this opponent, and True Name came in. And we cut Duretti, and we cut Bitter Blossom. We see a hand with both of them looking very uncastable. Now there's an opener. Thinking about actually binning the Kaido, just because we don't have a blue source handy. It is like my only gas here, though. Yeah, I'm just going to assume we'll hit some fetch for some Tri-land. Just get there. We're on the draw, right? All right. Perfect. I admit, I think I can't be killed by conventional weaponry is a banger line. Kind of sold me on this track. Rawr. And then this sweet, sweet saxophone comes in. That's a lot of clamp fodder, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, the rough part here is like one of my better draws is a sweeper, but then still leaves them with Skull Clamp Bitter Blossom, right? So I'm trying to get damage in, you know, I'm trying to apply pressure. The Kaido phasing, it is nice that Kaido's not just gonna die here. Maybe draw at least one more card out of it, Pretty glad I didn't mull it. I'd just be sitting here like flooding to bejeebus. Transform card is better than it looks, for sure. In our deck, we were mostly looking for, oh, that's cute. That's a cute way to get rid of the eye. We were mostly just looking for early game plays, so we didn't get it rolled and die, but it's been good pressure. I think we're all just skeletons looking for meat to wear. What playlist is this? It was YouTube autoplay for a few tracks, and then I just like switched it onto my regular electronic playlist. Uh-oh. Fuck cost 6 mana. No. You feeling a lot better about this game if we had to go forth in our deck, but we super don't. Or like a Grave Titan or something. Some way to go over the top of this. But nope, we're just another Skull Clamp deck, and we didn't draw our Clamp. This is kind of how we lost game 1, right? Like, they had Clamp, Blossom, and we super didn't. Oh, that's interesting. I think I just cast that, like, right now. Get the Mother Runes dead. Seems unlikely Funky Time. They do have a path in hand. And a lot of like hasty threats and stuff. Hard for us to last long enough for Bitter Blossom to kill them from 8. Just getting absolutely bodied on cards, Cast the other card from exile to deal another 5. Well, not another 5. Oh, yeah, see, we have like a Snapcaster or something. We do not. This is a sideboard card that we brought in. It's 3 more damage if we foretell it, but then we're not going to be able to kill the Mother of Runes, right? So they'd be at functionally 5 instead of 8. I don't think it's enough. Lelia gets to clear my Kaido. Yeah, we have draw engines in this deck, right? Like, we have Shurikai and a Clamp of our own and all that stuff. She didn't come together here, though, Oh my god. Wonder if they regret not clamping the Lelia. Oh, they just found a Glorybringer. That's pretty good. I think Tybalt has to exile the Glorybringer now. Auto tapper. I was manually tapping there. And then we know we're top taking a discard spell here. So then we're just gonna lose to this Chandra ult. Wow, on board, Glorybringer can get them to 2, and then the Bitter Blossom puts them to 1. You want to crack that Verdant? Glorybringer can prevent the Chandra ult. Yeah, I don't think we're winning that game, though, if we have to, like, play a tapped 4-4 here. Which is unfortunate. Because we can get them to 1 life. 1 lousy, cruddy life. Dodge a spell. It doesn't work like that. With a Skull Clamp and 2 creatures to hit any spell at all. Something tells me we wouldn't get there. 4 lands. Well, how many lands have they drawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they probably have 6 lands left in their deck. But out of 4 cards, that still doesn't seem very likely, does it? I guess they're only drawing 2, right? Because they'd be killing the Moto. But then the Chandra could up... Oh, no, the Chandra can't uptick and ult. So it's 3 cards. That's still, like, really low odds. Like, dummy low odds. Oh, and they'd have another Clamp, right, with a Bitter Blossom. They have 5 damage on board. Yeah, but we're going to be exerting this Glorybringer, right? They're going to have 1 less creature. What card could I draw that would make me able to actually win the game if I hit the Chandra here? Leyline Binding doesn't really do it. Shorekai would be cute. Shorekai into something. Shorekai into Leyline Binding. Yeah, right? Thundermaw would have been nuts here. God, that's crazy that we're a point of damage off. 1 lousy, cruddy life. If they'd had to crack 1 fetch land, Yeah, I think I gotta hit the Chandra. Which I think means I just can't win this game. That would have been 1 land. Right, Mark. So it's whether you let them, like, kill you this turn or the turn after, right? Both lines, extremely low chance of winning. You gotta try and figure out which has higher. I thought the line of letting them ult Chandra had the odds of basically 0 to win. GG's. Dang. Cool league, though. Cool draft. I had fun that one.